Okay, you all. Thank you for tuning in to the Corners of Aspirations. I have Coach Larry Hott here with me tonight. It is such a pleasure for me to have him here. I am truly honored. He is also known as Larry Hott, the motivator. I like that.
Yeah.
Coach Larry is a passionate life coach and personal development strategist dedicated to helping individuals unlock their full potential. He is the founder of the Purpose Prosper Group, LLC. He empowers others to gain clarity, build confidence, and take purposeful actions towards a life of success and fulfillment. That just brought chills to me. With a motivational edge and a heart for growth, Coach Larry inspires transformation through practical tools, powerful coaching, and a commitment to seeing others win.
Mhm.
Ooh, I liked it. So tell me, how did you birth the Purpose Prosper?
Oh man. Well, first off, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't call you Shadae, nobody I call you Dr. Shadae. Yeah. But thank you again.
Thank
Let's
you.
see. The Purpose Prosper Group. So first, I was going through some transitional points in my life, where things wasn't, it was working, but it wasn't working. I wanted something different. So I decided to get a life coaching certificate because always been the guy that people come to for like advice and um, just personal things. Like I got everybody's secrets in my back pocket. I'd be rich if I had them out, but it's like, and I always feel like I had their best interest. They feel the same. So I decided to get a life coaching certificate through ETA. That's Eric Thomas company. Um, Went through there. I had a one-on-one with him, and we had a nice talk. And he was like, "Yeah," he was like, "I see everything you're saying about you. It's in you. He was like, "Just keep going. Don't give up." I'm like, "Cool." So from there, I went. They had another group I joined where was some peers in there. Well, we all was really on the same level doing the same thing. So I'm like, oh, I really can do this. Like, okay.
Hmm.
So then from there, I started my company.
Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So,
Mhm.
it is May Mental Health Month.
Mhm.
So just for everyone to let you know, when I asked Coach Larry to do this, it was no hesitation. He just said, yes, I'm in, I'm with it. No
Yeah.
questions asked. Just tell me where to be and what time. So I appreciate that so much. Um, I wanted to do this for May Mental Health Month. I don't know where it's going to take me, but it was on my spirit to do it because, as you know, in clinic, when I see patients, I've attract a lot of Black men, not on anything funny.
Mhm.
Is I guess the nurturing side of me as a provider, as well. And I discover a lot of depression, anxiety, unfulfillment, just wanted someone to talk to, just a place to dump, you know, some mental things that is causing them stress, anxiety, high blood pressure,
Mhm.
drug use, hypersexuality, different things like that. And I'm like, why do these people feel so comfortable talking to me? But
Mhm.
it came natural. So, like yourself, I became a life coach in 2023 only because I like to see people win. And, sometimes you just need that unbiased opinion or someone that has made transition in their
Yeah.
life and had a good income, went to none to fulfill my dreams.
Yeah.
So we in this together.
Right.
We in this together.
Right.
So let the people know where they can find you at on social media.
Social media, Instagram, you got Larry Hott the Motivator. I got like four Larry Hott. So put in Larry Hott, HOTT, and you'll find them all. Because I'm
Okay.
also a DJ. I have a clothing brand. One of my signatures, With Purpose You'll Prosper, Larry
Yes.
Hott collection. um, I do other things. So you'll find Larry Hott. TikTok, I think it's Larry Hott the Motivator as well.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So just to let everyone know, this is not a podcast. I do not plan on making a podcast.
Mm,
However, with Mental Health Month, I just decided to launch this to tap into Black men. And the reason why I chose Black men specifically is because that's what I have experience with. And I think it's an underserved populations times two. Okay. So I want you to tap into these topics that we got, right? So we are doing the power of a mindset with Coach Larry Hott. So our first topic we're going to talk about is fixed versus growth mindset. What do you think about that when you hear that those two
Uh,
terms?
those some nice topics. Fix versus uh, fix. I think a program mindset that we had probably from childhood, your environment, um, just tutelage from elders or
Hmm.
from anywhere could shape you. That's fixed. Growth, I think this is when you find yourself and find out the way you want to do things. Right or wrong, it's still some growth in the way you're trying to do things. Like a baby, when they first come out, they just don't come out walking. They have to crawl
Right.
first. And when you're trying to redevelop your mindset and unlearn and relearn, you definitely gonna bump your head a couple of times. You're not gonna get it all the way. So things are I jotted down. It's with fixed, it's like we got failures. You can fix your mind to think you're a failure for everything because just
Yeah.
reality, you're not gonna win all the time. So if you constantly winning, I mean losing, 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 you might think you're a loser and you can fix your mindset to think you're a loser. You
It's
know,
true.
and yeah, that's crazy. But you can reverse that.
Hmm.
Just really like change the language and count all the small wins. That's what I do. Count all the small wins, and then you like,
Yes.
oh, okay, I'm winning. You know,
Hmm.
but sometimes we get caught up in social media and think we're gonna go for the big wins. That's what everybody portray, but you got to really like just count the small wins. That's big.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
absolutely agree. So what
Mm.
have you experienced as a positive figure in the community and a father, a provider? What have you experienced when you encounter like your peers or anyone that you're coaching with a fixed mindset? Like how do you get them over that bridge?
I used to be the guy that tried to drill it in them, like
Hmm.
oh man, you got to do this, you got to do that. But reality is, when somebody's seeing you in the space for so long, they not going to get it off top. Like this, they still gonna picture the old you, whatever you was to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like what I did was then I had to shift and get into some other environments where I was trying to go, where the new me was presented to them. So they like, oh, you really serious
Mm.
about this? Yeah, this me. This not old hot no more. This
Okay.
me. And I think you still love everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's a frustrating feel when people don't see you for where you're trying to go. You know.
It is.
But yeah, I know a lot that clients all the time say that. No, this and that. I'm like, you don't have to cut everybody off per se, but you still have to put you first. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Everything you wanna do, you got to go there. So
Yep.
um I never really had that problem with somebody like just flat out disrespecting or not believing what I'm saying. So I will still put some like because everybody had issues. Like I said, they come
Yeah.
to me. I'm like, see, come to me with this stuff and y'all want this advice. Y'all
Yeah.
getting free coaching basically. I feel like I'm coaching
Hmm.
24 hours a day. It's funny you just
Yeah.
said that because one of my homies he been doing a little traveling this year. He came back. He like, bro, I see what you've been talking about. Like just seeing something
Yeah.
different. You know what I'm saying? Getting my mind open to something different. I'm like, how many years I've been telling you this? He
Hmm.
like, you're right. So they have to experience for themselves. So I do make suggestions like doing little small things. Like I say, the small stuff. Go to
Yep.
breakfast by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take a trip by yourself. I would
Hmm.
fly out here. I would go somewhere by myself in a heartbeat.
Oh
Pew,
my
I'm gone.
God. That is so important to just
Yeah,
have your me time with yourself.
yeah. That's it. That me time. You got
Yep.
to learn how to sit in solitude to really know who you trying to become, and that's the way I do it.
Hmm. I love
Yeah,
that. I
yeah.
love that. So, what would you what would you be the first step like for a client? Because, like I
Mhm.
like to think, a house is not built overnight. You got those bricks that you build.
Mhm.
So a client, what would be like the step one? Just give them step one. Because if they want to book with you, they're gonna have to book with you. But give them step one.
That one, write the vision down. What's your vision?
Yes.
Let's see it. Like, let's physically see it. Like, you can have stuff in your head all day, but it's something about the power of the pen and really
Hmm.
seeing it in your face. Like, okay, this is what I want to do. Now, now I see a lot of women, they write it on their mirrors and stuff.
The
Some
mirror.
write on, hey, it's gonna be a
Yeah.
problem. Nah, but
Hmm.
write it somewhere or somewhere you could just see it at all times. Even if it's a note on your phone. That's one.
That's a good
And
idea, actually.
yeah, he says a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to train your mind what you listening to. If you want to just say you want to like Sarah Jakes, for example,
Hmm.
TD Jakes, Eric Thomas, like a lot of guys, a lot of you got to listen to motivation. You have to.
And you
You
have
need
to.
inspiration, and then you got to go see it. You got to get in an environment where you can get inspired. You
Yeah.
know, that's it. I know a lot of our black males, we need it so bad. Like it's crazy because we be peer pressured into like all type of things, from a kid on up into adulthood. So first step for me, write it down. See,
Write it down.
yep,
Seeing is believing.
yep.
Good. I love that. So that's gonna lead us to our next topic then.
Okay.
Limiting beliefs. Now,
Mm,
oh, we probably could talk about this for hours.
right.
But I think at some point we all have had limiting beliefs, right? Especially
Mhm,
when we're trying to make a change as an adult.
mhm.
But if you really believe it, you become it, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing to think this is gonna be a challenge. Can I really do it? Like you said, writing down your action plans or whatever. But the fact that you really believe it,
Mhm.
that you can't do it is a whole nother topic, right? Because just
Yeah.
like you said, the power of writing things down, the
Mhm,
power of your belief systems is another topic. So when I did my life coaching training, they called it BS, right? And I was like, oh, that's catchy. But it's your belief system, right? Like what's your BS? What's your BS? What's
Right.
your belief system? Is it
Right.
BS or is it good BS?
Right.
So what you think about that?
Oh man, that's huge belief system. Um, like you say, you can really be trapped. That's I one thing I go off with that is environment.
Mhm.
Um, because we are visual people. So wherever you see in your environment, you might think that's your ceiling, that's your top. Like this the highest I'm gonna get. When that's not true at all. That's not
Mhm.
true. Um, once again, I gotta go back to getting in other rooms, getting in other environments.
Yes.
I'm gonna give y'all an example about me. I wanted, I've been trying to be a DJ since like 2008. So I was like, I got it. Then I'm like, we was all partying back then.
Mhm.
So I was like, man, skip that DJ. Let me go to the party, this and that. So I had went with one of my other DJ friends to LA. He had a show
Mhm.
and he had some friends there. And they was like, hi, why you don't DJ? I was like, I do it, I don't, I do it. I'm like, well, they was like, no, why you don't DJ? Like, how are you around these people all the time and
Right.
you not a DJ? They like, that don't make sense. And I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, y'all might be right. So
Mhm.
I was like, but then again, it looked like I didn't believe I could really do it. Like, oh man, this is crazy. I don't want to do that. Had to carry all this stuff and learn this, learn that. Boom. Got back, we got on the plane. I got back home. He gave me some tools. I practice, I practice, I practice, I practice. Then it was like they couldn't deny me anymore. So now here it is, 10 years later.
10 years later.
10 years later, and it's just like my schedule, my number one entrepreneur source of income, DJ, state book. State book.
See?
Yeah, so it's your belief system, like you said. Like you got to
Mhm.
but if I wouldn't have took that trip to LA, who knows?
Who knows, right?
And that was a whole different environment of other people just seeing stuff from another
Mhm.
lens. You
Mhm.
know, around here, if I would have stayed at home, it was just, oh man, let's go to the club, let's get some Patron.
You're
But
let me be the partier, not the
right,
DJ.
exactly. We could probably skip that. Let them do that. But
Right.
yeah, it took for me to go into another environment where they really took it serious, and this is what
Okay.
they did, and they made me believe in myself. And I'm like,
Hmm.
wow, yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
That's good
yeah.
because a limiting belief system, it depends on you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've seen people, their universe have shifted in 1 month just for believing in their
Mm-hmm.
purpose, their passion, and also pursuing.
That's it.
The
Pursuing.
pursuit is just like y'all men pursue women, you have to pursue your desire for your life, right?
You're right.
So, so what do you think? We're gonna go a little deep. What do
Okay.
you think specifically with black men?
Mm-hmm.
What has caused limiting belief systems in our community? Um, do you think it's generational, or do you think because you hear people say they don't want to give black men those type of jobs, or they don't want to give black men this or that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think once you develop that limiting belief system, it becomes a reality? And don't get me wrong, it's some injustice, whatever, within all ethnicities in some type, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but what do you think as a black man,
Mm-hmm.
um, and being successful, how how can we help somebody else with limiting belief systems get over that hurdle of counting themselves out before they even put themselves in?
Yeah. Once again, you need an example. That's the first thing you have to see it. Once again, you have to
Yeah.
see an example. Now, I'm gonna go another story about myself. I've been in management for about since probably like '07, something like that. Make a long story short, it was a time where another guy white guy. No, I'm just gonna put it out
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was like, well, I was trying to grow my twist. He was like, well, if you're gonna come to management, you got to cut your hair and do this and do that. I was just skipping. I'm like, dang, man. Like, why I gotta do
Hmm.
that? You know what? Cool. I did it. Another question. Well, I don't know. Another white guy. I don't know if he's ready, this and that. What do I gotta do to get ready? Okay, well, we gotta see your commitment. All right, show y'all my commitment. Still, that was two. Here go three. I just don't know. What else y'all need to see?
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. So I show him, I show him, I show him, and they's like, you know what? We got to give him a shot because he's just showing his consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah, it's consistency. He's showing. Fast forward, I got in there. I ran circles around all of them, and they
Hmm.
like, man, that opened up doors for other guys.
Yeah.
Okay, other black men, like, oh, okay, if he can do it, they can do it too. And we just
Hmm.
got in there rolling. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, y'all got to come do it. But yes, it's definitely true that black man opportunity is like limited. It's very limited, but we can't let that stop us because
Exactly.
yeah, that's why I tell people you have to do the inner work first on
Hmm.
yourself, and if you really want to change, start making with yourself. You know, nobody has control over you but the Most High in you.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
um, one situation not that don't mean that's gonna happen every time. You know,
Exactly.
yeah, and for us, it's like it comes from like you said, generational childhood, not having like motivational anything around you. Everything is just negativity and stuff
Hmm.
like that. So, like I say, once again, you got to change your environment. When you get of age, when you're younger, it might be very hard to do that, because I went through
Right.
some, like,
Right.
man, yeah, my mother passed when I was 15. And, I was just getting in where I fit in.
Hmm.
And, but I didn't let that stop me, like, because had to see. I saw examples from like my friends, parents, and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, this could be cool to like prosper
Yeah.
to a level. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing all this crazy stuff, but it's once again, don't let one situation stop you. Keep on going.
Hmm. Hmm. And then what I recognize too is having the opportunity to eventually go to a diverse like
Mm-hmm.
high school and college and different things like that is a lot of people are not exposed to other cultures, right?
Yeah.
So it's generalized based on what they see on TV, all
Mm-hmm.
the bad stuff they see on the news, what they see on the
Mm-hmm.
internet, or you might have noticed that outraged person in public because they were outraged, and now you prejudging the whole community based off of that. And some do. I think all races do. But I just want, like, my belief is, and this is my Zoom, so I can say what I want to say.
Right.
My
That's
belief, my belief is that black men are so powerful. Sometimes it's intimidating. You know,
mm-hmm.
it's intimidating not only with the stature,
Yeah.
the drive, the
Yeah.
knowledge, the swagger,
Yeah.
the everything. If you give that person that much power, it could
Yeah.
eliminate, So I feel like if we know that a little bit more, and like my mission is to pour into black men to know that don't downgrade yourself
Mm-hmm.
to walk in the shadow of someone else because you're afraid that whatever, of course, you're going to secure your financial situation. However, it if it's right, it's right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you with that topic.
Oh yeah, and can I say something else with this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even black men, one thing, other thing, we can't be inferior of each other either.
Yes.
Yes, that's the
Yes.
problem. That's a problem too.
Yes.
Like, hey, we all need to climb. I had
Mm-hmm.
a situation where it was like I was working at this company, a corporate company, and it was a guy he was just say little slick stuff and just, oh, I'm the only head HNIC. And I'm like, what are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about? You saying this about other ethnicities and all this, like, yeah. So oh, I see what it is. You
Yeah.
know,
You don't get no trophy for that.
right? Like,
You don't get no
what are you
trophy for that.
talking about, man? But that's why I'm like, no, we can't. We got to help each other,
Yes,
not try to put each
absolutely.
other down, stuff like that. So, fellas,
Yeah.
man, get energy together. We don't need that. We all in it together.
All in it together. And then if, you know, it could be a beautiful world if more men thought like that.
Hmm.
So like I told you, I follow your TikTok
Hmm.
and you have these great, beautiful affirmations and motivational messages that you post.
Hmm.
So next we're going to talk about reshaping self-talk.
Mm.
So outside of, because social media can be intimidating. I don't know why. Like I personally, I think I got imposter syndrome.
We
Because
all with that. No,
yeah, it's just
yeah,
like having the commitment to show up and stuff like that is like, do I really want to do that? But we know it's the way of the world.
right.
So what motivated you to start that? Posting your affirmations.
Ooh, just, it goes back to your belief system. I really believe
Mhm.
everything I'm saying, or I'm posting, I'm writing. I really believe it. And once you start seeing it happen for you, that's when it's like, oh, I'm really here and I'm doing the work I
Mhm.
did the work to get here. So it's like, yeah, this is not knowing I'm the imposter. At first
Right.
I was like that. I'm like, oh man, I don't know. Like I put this up, they gonna laugh at me.
All right.
So I might still do laugh, but it'd be like, no, this is for real.
Mhm. Mhm.
So when you have to just train your mind, you have to train your mental. Like this is me. You tell yourself you powerful, you this, you that. You know? Just like you could say, like you could tell yourself that you ain't ish and on sports, you this,
Mhm.
that. Oh, the negativity you speak, you turn that to a positive, you're gonna be able to do it. Yep.
Absolutely.
But another thing, doing stuff like this,
Mhm.
podcast, Zooms, it gave me confidence, like, okay, I could do this with people, this and that. I could put it out there to the world, to the
Mhm.
masses. And that's my goal, is just to reach the masses with motivation, because I think we all would put in to serve in some capacity.
Some
You
capacity.
Yeah. Like you serve as a doctor, you serving, you 24 hours too.
Yeah.
Then you come as a coach, it's like we all here to serve. So
Mhm.
if you got something on your mind, if you want to put it in text form, video form, put it out there. Somebody
Mhm.
might, because it's people need to hear it. And
It
I mean,
is.
for example, when some DJs, I know you know some DJs, they don't like taking requests, right?
Mhm.
A lot of, so I was doing this event. Um, this lady came to me. I know DJs don't like requests, but can you play this song? I'm like, okay. I heard out, played the song. Make a long story short, after the event was over, she came to me like, young man, you just don't know what that song did for me.
Oh,
Crying.
wow. Wow.
Like, I really appreciate that you did that for me. She just walked off crying. I gave her a hug, like, no problem.
Mhm.
And I said this on another podcast. From here on out, I'm going to hear people out. I don't know what's the
Yeah.
reason why, you asking me to do this. So, yeah, it's like, I just want, like I said, I just want to see people win, want to see people in a happy space, a peaceful space, you know. And that's just me. So I put it out there. I don't care what nobody say no more because I got,
Yeah. You got to put it out
confidence
there.
up. Hey, put it out there.
You
Put it
got to
out there.
put it
But
out
I
there.
think you should put it. Motivation and love wins all the time.
Absolutely.
Eventually it's gonna win. You might not think so, whatever you're going through, but if you got some motivational or positive, put it out there.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So how do you think a person starts to formulate their tool to stop that negative talk in their mind? Because it's easy to talk negative versus positive. What do
Mhm.
you think would be just step one? We just go get step one. What do you think would be?
Solitude time. Talk to God
Hmm.
and really see like who you want to be. You a negative person or you want to be a positive. I think everyone wants to be a positive
As
person.
me too.
Everyone wants circumstances and environments shape people to have a negative,
Hmm.
you know. Get in solitude. Stop everything you doing. Okay, get an hour to yourself. No TV,
Hmm.
bad girls club, no
Right.
whenever whenever the guys watch. I mean, I don't even watch TV like that no more. But
Me
anyway,
neither.
you're right. Solitude time, you get in there. Yeah, how that talk with whoever you think your most high is, Allah, God, and then realize like, okay, you can do this. That's the first step.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. So we're coming to a close. And what's your three takeaways that you would want the Black men to take away from our discussion today?
Three, okay, huh? I want y'all to take the whole thing and just put it on y'all name. But you know what? First thing,
Yes, the whole thing. Yes.
first thing, fellas, man, and I'm talking to black man. Just know you appreciate it, and I want us to have a little bit more grace as well, because
Mhm.
we hard on each other, we hard on our women, and once you understand that you appreciate it, what's one, you are loved. That's
Mhm.
two. You know what I'm saying? It might be shown in the capacity you want, but somebody love you. And
Mhm.
three, you the most powerful person on this universe. The most
What they do?
powerful.
Yes.
You him. You really him, y'all. Hey.
Yes.
And you can be him without even, I think a lot of one more thing. I think a lot of
Go
black
ahead.
men, we think that we have to change and turn into a super perfect person. No, 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 no. You don't have to do
Right.
that. You don't have to do that. You just got to live with some principles, some morals, and have integrity. That's it.
Absolutely.
It'll be all right. But man, we know.
Yes, you are him, and him is you.
That's it. That's it for real.
Now, I told you the question I was going to end with, and I think your last key point was perfect to go to this because Black men were once young men or little
Mhm.
boys.
Yeah.
So if Coach Larry can go back to the 13-year-old Coach Larry, what are some things you would have told him?
Hmm. You know what's funny? What I told him, my mother used to always ask, my mother, I was 15 when she passed. She used to always ask me, Larry, what you gonna be when you grow up?
Mm-hmm.
My answer was a businessman. Like
Okay.
not knowing like what a businessman really looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember the briefcase guy back in the day with the suit and everything. And here, fast forward, I'm really a businessman. But one thing I would say, I would have got my confidence up earlier.
Okay.
It's like one another thing we experienced, like just say playing sports. You know, back then it was like real like militant. So the
Mm-hmm.
coaches right on you, you know, they'll let you know you ain't ish. Get up here, do this, do that, you know, trying to drill you. And
Mm-hmm.
that would kind of like mess with your confidence a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Um, versus the toolage now, I see it's still a little bit for sports, it's still a little bit of drill, but it's also some like some life lessons learned. Let me show you, let me really teach you, you know,
Right.
let me talk to
Right.
you.
Right.
Yeah, it was all that rah, 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 you know, so that'll kind of put your confidence down. But that's the only thing I think I would have told myself. Just I
Okay.
would have now you I would have told myself you him at 13
Okay.
versus yeah.
Yeah. So, because confidence take you a long way.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
does. It
Yep.
does. I think that's excellent. I think
Mhm.
that whoever gets a chance to watch this is going to be contacting you because we're gonna put
Okay.
that out there. And
All right.
then it was some great takeaways. So
Mhm.
again, I just want to thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart from going to this mission with you. We're going to connect again.
I'm looking forward to
Yes. So also, I want to let everyone know May is Mental Health Month. And I think one of the biggest experience that I have seen so far in clinic and I guess with family and a lot of things, PTSD, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
post traumatic syndrome
Mhm.
disorder. I think it comes with mental health in general.
Yeah.
So like anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, different things
Mhm.
like that. A lot of them still have PTSD. So I just want to put out the message is to call someone, get help. Call the crisis hotline. I am going to post that as well, because the power of the brain is the mind can control the whole body.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there anything you want the people to take away from you today? Anything else?
Uh, let's see. Yeah. And I'm saying this to men and women. I know it's for the man, but men and women.
Yes.
Just love. That's it. Love conquers all.
LOVE.
Love.
Okay. Love. I like that. I like that. I like that.
That's it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.